A similar on-site school grocery store seen at this Atlanta middle school will soon be inside Huffman Middle School.
Putting that grocery store in that school gives students the opportunity to meet some of the needs that they have. The store is stocked with everything from fresh fruits and vegetables to might be Oreos, cereal, but also frozen foods and meat and things that they can take home.
So over $277,000 will get this pilot program up and running in Huffman Middle School. It's supposed to last 2 school semesters and it starts next fall. So Woods also mentions to me, depending on the success of the program and feedback from parents, they'll see whether they can expand it at other schools within their district.
Hey folks, Dale Jackson here for Yellowhammer Now. Let's have a conversation about this free grocery store inside the Birmingham City school system at Huffman Middle School. Now, it's sad that this even has to exist. I think that's pretty clear, and I support this wholeheartedly because these kids need to eat. Let's just be real about that. 86% of the kids in this school are already on free and reduced lunch. They're getting lunch and they're getting breakfast at this school. We've heard about all the other programs that go on where they send stuff home and things like that. All of that is fine because I believe that if there's a problem at home and they're not getting the food they need, well, I'm sorry, the rest of us are kind of going to have to pick up the slack on that, and the government is doing just that. But this grocery store in the middle of the school sets a very bad precedent. I'm sorry, it just does. And it says, hey, the government's going to be your one-stop shop for absolutely all of your issues, and we're just going to provide you with everything that you need. I've always said this, and I will continue saying this. If you are not able to provide for your children, even though they're on free and reduced lunch and all these other things, the state needs to find out what's going on with you. So if you're going to this grocery store and your kids are bringing home meat to cook for dinner that night, which is what they've talked about in this instance, then what's going on at home? And I believe the state has a duty to look into what's going on there at home. And I know there are going to be people who say, well, Dale, that's just going to discourage people from taking advantage of this if the state's going to look into them and all these other things that they're going to say. And look, I'm sorry, but I truly believe that if we are providing somebody with food to take home because they're not eating enough, what's happening during the summer? How about Christmas break? What's happening there? We need to know what's going on inside these homes. These kids are not eating. And now I know there'll be a lot of people that are upset by that statement because they don't understand it. And they'll be elected to Huntsville City Council District 3. Their name's Andrea Alvarez. This is a school board member who has repeatedly misunderstood the point I'm making here on this issue because this has come up with numerous other programs. If you're having to fill up backpacks and send them home for the weekend, there's something wrong at that house, and that needs to be addressed. I'm not suggesting taking the kids away or anything like that, but let's make sure they're getting the assistance that they need. The state should know, if they're feeding those kids, why they're having to feed the kids, why they can't provide them with food on the days when school is not in session. This is another opportunity to get an intervention in that case. So if you want the free food, that's fine, but you should have to explain why you need it in the first place and what's going on and how we can get to a place of more self-sufficiency. Teach the kids something, and they're going to do that. They're going to let some of the kids work at the store here. That's great. Teach the parents something as well. That's not a bad thing.